Hey, I don't know what my phone just did, but hopefully it doesn't do it again. Um, it's supposed to rain from last night until Sunday at 4. And I'm like, oh, some bitch. Last year we had a drought, so it was like, oh, I could hike whenever I wanted. This year, no. No, we're getting storm after storm. So the Gulf of Mexico acts like this pump, and the moisture just rises because it's heating up. And then it funnels from Texas area all the way up to the Great Lakes. And that would be me. So Ohio is a lot of fun. We're just going to go with that. Growing up in Michigan, it was different because most of the storms go west-east, and they'd hit the Lake Michigan and just peter out. So we would have a lot of droughts, which explains why it was mostly pine forest. And then Rhode Island was a lot of fun for climate. We had a nor'easter on April Fool's Day that dumped 3 feet of snow, so a whole meter. For those of you in Europe, meter. It's like this. The drift went from the road over my ranch home and down the back, and made it so my 4-foot fences actually had a ramp going over them. So my dog, when she went outside, said, "Oh my God, I can run." And she was a runner, so that was not a good thing. Wisconsin was cold, like bitter cold. Oddly enough, on the west side, it was warmer than on the east side. And I don't get how that works, but I lived in a valley. So there's a very interesting part of western Wisconsin that's called the driftless area. And basically it just means that the ice from the glacier stopped. Just stopped. And they were trying to figure out why. And basically it created this big lake. And the lake actually kept the ice sheets from moving. And the ice sheets like to then go around the lake. So it worked pretty good for that region. And it was beautiful. The people were interesting. We're just going to go with the word interesting. I find it that I'm not finding people that I get along with too well. There's not a lot of nice people in the world. Indiana was much like this. Either it poured or it was brutally hot and sunny and muggy. So we're just in for that. I'm not a huge fan of the weather here, and I'm not the biggest fan of people. Midwestern people will be very friendly, very helpful, but they're just surface level, that. So just keep that all in mind. And then people meet me and I'm like effusively nice and friendly, unless I start feeling like I'm being imposed upon. And then I become a little less so. But much like anybody else, if you keep poking at me, I'm gonna go, "Oh, I'm sorry, fuck off." I'm realizing that something I take in my supplements has caffeine in it, which probably explains why I don't need caffeine. But I am like a little hyper at the moment. I do need to take a nap though. Anyway, I love you guys. I just wanted to share some interesting things.